Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these dolls myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me, and this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series. So far I have book 1, 2, and 3. I'm currently working on book 4. It is a juicy, sensual story about human evolution, my Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck, ancestor money, and spell rings. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how to use your pain to ignite your power, your purpose, and your passion, darling. So, and we're going to use some angelic magic as well. I'm going to show you how to use some angelic magic to help you tap into your purpose and your passion and create a plan to live the life of your dreams. So, the first thing I want to tell you is, how do I say this? I used to always think that if I achieved my dreams, that my dreams would give me self-esteem. So I always felt that, okay, when I get my PhD, then I'll love myself and people will respect me and people will like me and, and I'll be worthy, right? But what came to me just recently is that your dream, I'm still trying to think of how it came to me. You don't achieve self-esteem by chasing your dreams, but having self-esteem allows you to acquire your dreams. And what God was telling me, I know people use the term God, Goddess, the universe, all that is, just however you want to look at it, is that you have to understand that you have innate value. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to prove that you're worthy. You don't have to say, okay, well, I don't deserve to be here unless I achieve A, B, C, D, and E. Your innate worth is the fact that the breath inside of you is connected to all that is. It's connected to God, Goddess. So when we go about achieving our dreams to prove in hopes to acquire worth, we're going about it wrong. We should understand that we're always worthy just because we come from the Most High. We come from all that is. We come from greatness. So anyway, with that experience, I have spent most of my life chasing self-esteem. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about getting in contact with your pain, there are some angelic rituals that can help you do that. There's angel Hash Ashia, which is in the Angels of Empowered Magic, and this is on page 235. Let me see. Now, in this book, you have to be a member of the Gallery of Magic in order to be able to use it. But these angels some of the angels, I'm not sure about this angel in particular, they are available in 72 Angels of Magic. So it says to see the truth beneath your emotions. That is so important. So when you are going through something or some things aren't working out for you, sometimes you don't really understand why your life is the way that it is. Let me just get honest. I feel like sometimes I'm so used to trying to make sure I don't step on toes or that I don't offend anybody. But I want to just speak the truth so I can wrap this video up. So basically, seeing the truth beneath your emotions is so important. So, and with that, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're probably not, how do I say this? You're probably going to have a more difficult time connecting to your truth or connecting to wisdom or evolving or becoming the highest and best version of yourself. So just recently, I've had this amazing experience where, and I'm not going to go into the details of it, but the essence of it is really important. I had this experience, and when I told my friends and my family about what happened, they were just like, yes, bravo, yes, you told that person. That was just really good. That was smart. You know, speaking your truth, standing in your truth, letting people know how you feel. And everybody is just like, oh, you've done such an amazing, wonderful job. I'm so proud of you. When I told my Reiki master and my pastor, these are two females, European white women, what happened, they were horrified. And it was just so funny to me because they had a look of pure horror. And their look was like, well, can we offer you another perspective? Is it okay if we show you another way that you could have approached that situation? And I thought to myself, wait a minute, my entire family, everybody I know thinks that they're really proud of me for standing up for myself and for speaking my truth. And they're like, well, no, because you weren't really vulnerable. There's just other ways of that really wasn't your truth. So what we uncover, and without going into the details of what happened, is, and now I feel really vulnerable telling you guys this, is that deep in my heart, you know, I kind of always felt like that I was unworthy because of my dark skin, and because I'm not, you know, a petite person, that in my heart I felt that nobody would really, you know, want to marry me, right? So I've always, and because that was a core belief that I had, I'm not feeling good enough, then I would attract relationships that would actually, they could only verify my core belief. They could only express the reality that I felt in my soul, in my subconscious mind. And I don't even know how they wrestled that truth out of me. They wrestled the truth out of me. And they said, so when you don't feel worthy, when you don't feel good enough, and when you don't feel beautiful, when you don't feel that you are the standard of beauty, you make decisions that you make. She said, you walk around the world with this position of, I'm going to leave you before you leave me, or I'm going to keep a distance from you so you can't hurt me. And so you go about the world actually living this belief, even though it's a sad belief, even though this narrative and this script is you know, not something that you are aware of. But she said that script, that unconscious script, those hidden emotions that you have not tapped into, they're ruling your life. And for you to be, when you feel worthy, you're able to be vulnerable. You're able to say things like, hey, when you did such and such and such, it really hurt my feelings, because you feel like you deserve love. When you feel like you deserve something, she said you come about it from a way of being vulnerable. So one of the jokes that we have is that my heart there's a triple lock cage around my heart, right? And I protect my heart because of some of the insecurities that I have about, you know, from growing up. And so to me, just to have someone really dig into why would you lash out? Why do you communicate your hurt and your disappointment in this way, when really the truth is you're pushing away what you really want because you don't feel like you deserve it. So tapping into that pain is allowing me to really look at my life in a different way. It's allowing me, it was just kind of like, of course, once you hear a truth, that you just didn't even know existed inside of you. Oh my God, that's like, it was just very, very painful thing to realize. But at the same time, it allowed me to really think about how I feel about myself as a woman. And once I allowed myself to kind of, to be honest, to grieve these negative views that I have at the core of my being, I understand why I distracted myself from this pain. So another thing I want to say is, one, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room, meaning that you should surround yourself with people who can show you a different way of looking at the world. This will allow you to, I feel like when you're around people who are not a part of maybe your culture or the way that you think, when you tap those really tender spots that you didn't know were there, I think they'll be able to, your guard will be down because you kind of don't see it coming. But it's really going to help you access these emotions so you can bring them up and so you can heal them. So just uncovering the truth about how I really feel about myself, and a core, my core belief about my worthiness, man, that tore me up. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you what it did to me. It allowed me to get really honest, to look at that pain, to bring it up, to find a new way to look at myself and to be honest with myself. Like, it doesn't happen overnight, but the other thing I want to say is you don't want to distract yourself from your pain. So that's another thing. I'm really good at that, by the way. Give me a book, give me some paper, give me a computer, give me a dog, give me a needle and some a sewing machine or some crafts, and I will distract myself. So you don't want to distract yourself from your pain, looking at, I don't want to say just looking at, mindlessly looking at social media, because I love social media, but sometimes I can get caught up in just watching mindless videos, but that's rare. Normally I distract myself from what's really bothering me. Now, when you distract yourself from what's bothering you, you are really disengaging yourself from your power. And when I think of power, I think of Frederick Douglass. I think of Frederick Douglass in his book, his biography. He wrote that one of the things that the owners never wanted, they never wanted the slaves to have moments of thinking, of contemplating, or thinking about their conditions. They always would give them like alcohol or anything, have them dance or sing. And as a matter of fact, you would get in a lot of trouble if you ever looked sad, because when people were allowed to be sad, they realized the condition of their life and they wanted to make changes. So when you tap into your pain, you tap into your power. This is when you say, look, wait a minute, I don't want to be here. This is not the life that I want for myself. Also, I think about Harriet Tubman, Isabella Baumfree, who was a slave, who was born into slavery, and she changed her name to Sojourner Truth, and she wrote Ain't I a Woman? This is a woman who tapped into her pain, which led her to her power. I think her first husband's name was Robert, and she was forced to separate from her husband and marry another guy to whom I think she had 5 children because the slave owners forced her to procreate with this person, and she became a part of the human rights movement. But tapping into your pain and being honest about your life and saying, I am not happy about A, B, C, D, E. This is not what I want for myself. This is not how I envision my life to be. Only this type of honesty will allow you to move into your passion and your power. When I think about especially African Americans, and the roots of, I would say what African Americans have gone through here in America. I think in order for us to survive, we had to forget about a lot of things. A lot of things that we experienced, a lot of things that we saw as a people, as a culture, in order to survive. But what it does is it stops us from collectively. When I say collectively, I know people like to point out, but what about Oprah? Or what about, this one person here? Or what about Sturges? I'm talking about the majority of people reaching their full potential. The majority of people, living a wonderful life. To me, it's because we have numbed ourselves in order to survive, to survive what we've gone through in this country. So I feel like when I say tap into your pain, I don't mean wallow in your pain. I mean say, oh, you know what? Yes, I don't like the way I'm being treated at my job. And I'm going to do something about it. Either I'm going to start a union, I'm going to talk to the union, I'm going to run for union president. I am going to make these changes because I don't think it's fair. When you allow yourself to feel, and this is, again, like I said, you tap into what you really want out of life, who you are and what your expectations are and what you really want to achieve and what you're capable of giving to the world. When you tap into your pain, when you unleash your pain, this is when you tap into your power and you tap into your passion and your purpose. And so I feel like after I came to the realization that I really didn't feel worthy of a high level commitment, that I didn't feel like the kind of woman that that I deserved it. So I had to earn money so that I could be good enough for somebody to want me that way. Do you know that was mind blowing for me to hear that? But it was also the truth. And my dream was always to travel the world, to travel internationally. But after I was able to access this pain, and I think I'm still in the process of healing, to be honest, but at least to look at it and to think about it, and as a matter of fact, when they suggested to me, like the way you're communicating, it comes across as a person who is protecting herself, as opposed to a person who feels that they have this, that I'm worthy. When you feel worthy, you don't feel like you have to attack the world. Guys, let me tell you, that blew my mind. And I really feel like, as an African American woman, I do think that sometimes we may come across very, maybe angry, maybe bitter, or maybe sharp, or just very difficult to love and prickly sometimes, because we don't feel worthy. And just to hear that and to be able to take it in I think is something that will change the rest of my life. So anyway, after hearing this, I decided, you know what, I've always wanted to see the world. So I applied for my passport, and I've been looking at packages, and I'm planning like a 2 years of traveling this world. I want to see everywhere, and it's things that I've always wanted. And the other part of it is that when you don't feel like you're worthy, unless you earn the love of people by having things, by having degrees, by having millions of dollars. It's not enough to have hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like, oh no, I feel I have to have money so that people will love me. But my spirit was saying, you need to love yourself first and know that you're worthy even without those things. So I know this video, it feels like it's around a little bit around, but the key thing I want you to know is that whatever is truly bothering you, whatever pain, like if you grew up and people always called you, whatever, or if you are insecure about something, unless you are able to really bring that to the surface, talk about it, and heal it. But see, I didn't even know it was there. And because once I released that, once we put that in the open, once we looked at me thinking, oh, I am, I don't really feel that I deserve the love, like, like a committed love or high level commitment, because I feel that I have to, that no one is really going to love me. God, that was just mind blowing. So once I brought that out, then I started thinking, well, shoot, now how, if that is my core belief, if that's what I'm holding, then I need to change some things about myself in order to change my life. I need to, so now I don't feel like I don't deserve to travel. I don't deserve to have the things that I want, because I didn't know that I was punishing myself or denying myself because I didn't feel that I deserved good things in life. So the first thing I just want to say, you want to make sure that you heal your pain. Some angels that I would definitely recommend is angel, did I mention already, Hahashia, page 235. Let me just take a look here. This angel will help you unravel what is really bothering you so that you can get to the bottom of it, see the truth beneath your emotions. And so basically, when you look in the book, guys, this is the sigil, and you just look at it. The instructions are very simplistic. The whole process would take like 2 or 3 minutes. And matter of fact, I actually did this ritual before my Reiki healing, by the way, which is probably why I had this revelation. And again, when you're working with the angels, let me tell you, what I found is that you just do the work. You don't get to skip the pain. You don't get to overlook the pain. You don't get to ignore it. No, it comes to the surface, and you say, okay, I need this healing. I need it. You know what I mean? I need this in order to be able to bring my dreams to fruition, for me to reach my full potential. And then the other angel that I work with is Angel Ravkiel, and this angel is in, let me see my other book, The Angels of Alchemy, and this is page 48. Let's see, page 48. Let me look in here. Oh, there's another angel I like to work with too before we get Urpaniel, Angel of Light. Now, Angel Urpaniel is called when you need to deal with difficult emotions that occur due to relationships. The angel sheds light on these relationships to bring healing. So let me see. This is another angel, and here's the sigil. So as you can see, I really put a lot of work into, let me see, how do I say this, guys? I believe that no matter what is going on in your life, in my life, that the root cause of my problems is me. Like, I am the problem. No matter what is happening around me, I always feel like I'm the problem. And if I'm the problem, I'm also the solution. And this is why I don't like to look outside of myself, because I cannot control anything outside of me. So with me looking at myself as being the problem and the solution, I'm always looking to uncover what is really going on inside of me. Why am I in this position? Why don't I have what I want? So once we unleash this core belief that I was carrying in my heart, we unleash the pain. Now I realize that I have power, because I'm not going to see myself in that fashion anymore. And then it also ignited my passion. And now I am going on cruises. I am planning trips to see the world. A whole nother part of me has come to life. And I think a part of my purpose is to share this information for somebody who's watching this video right now. So if you feel sluggish, if you feel unmotivated, if you are procrastinating, or if for some reason you just feel like you don't understand why your life is the way it is, there is probably some pain that you need to address. There's something in your core belief that you're holding, something that you don't want to talk about that is covering your passion and your purpose. I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darling, in the next video.